I think the last episode you watched is 4. Okay. Not too far away. They've gone a little bit heavy there. Forgot to plug my headset back in. Oh, frick. Tits. I gotta move that pallet out of the way. God damn it. Just literally dunked the hilt in the blue paint again. It's the second time. The idiot. It's okay. It's all good. Don't do it again. No, I think I've gone too dark. Yikes. Damn it. That's frustrating. We'll get where we want to be in a minute. Annoyingly, I made a nice big mess of that. Yikes. I think we might have to come back over that and do one final flash up because we've lost some of the highlights that we had there, unfortunately. Not using that big brush, that's part of the problem. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. A little bit more effort than I was expecting for this dark layer, but God, headphones, please stop. I realise you're low on battery. Okay, let's try and fade some of this darker tone out. I mean, we're going fairly subtle with these shadows. I think it's fine. We may add more later down the line, but let's just get it to a point where we've got everything on, and we can alter it later if need be. Nate Hunter 256. How are you doing? Hello there. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you very much. How are you doing today? No problem. Thank you very much. How are you doing? How's your Friday? Hope you're having a good one. Sorry, coming away from the camera a bit. You're good? Good to hear. Got anything exciting planned for the weekend, or you just got a chill one going on? Going to the beach. Nice. I would like to do that myself. I unfortunately live in a beach town, but I'm away on Saturday, so hopefully by the time we come back Sunday, we might be able to get down to the beach. I need to plug this headset in. Right. So, what do I owe the pleasure, Nate? What are you into? What do you do? Are you a cosplayer yourself? If I can get this water enough. I think. In a few seconds, we're going to call this done. Last bit now, guys. This is it. And I'm content. Okay, last touch. This is it, I promise. We're nearly done. We are... Oh god, we are 2 hours and a half into this stream and I'm meant to be doing other props. Coffee time! Full set, thank you! That sounds like a great idea. I'm going to finish this literally, this very last touch, and then I will go get a coffee, and we're going to come back, and we're going to keep working on our Athena chest from Sea of Thieves. So if you're a Sea of Thieves fan, and you know what a Chest of Legends is, we're making one of those. If you're not aware of what we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, well, actually for the last year and a half, you can see everything that I've been building above my head. So I've been making a load of Sea of Thieves props, and my latest one is a commission, and it is a full-size Chest of Legends from Sea of Thieves. So I'm going through the whole process. So this prop obviously is in its final stages. Bits of painting and cleaning up to do, and yeah, we are going to be building the Chest of Legends. Full set, you just came from Falcor's stream. That's pretty cool. Well, I'm glad you've made a connection between Falcor and me. That's great. What's the occasion? Was I name dropped or something? Craft world, coffee time, excellence. I think we need that as a theme. But yeah, thanks for coming over from Falcor's stream. I'm sure you've been here before, though, Falset, and yeah, I recognise the name. What was Mr. Falcor up to today? Oh, sorry, Captain Falcor. Ah, don't put the sword in the water. Nope, been following you and occasionally lurking for a while now. Found you from Rob Raven's Cake. Ah, cool. Yes, I did recognise the name. But yeah, how you doing, man? What have you been up to? And you mean to say you're not in Rob Raven's stream today? Traitor. Right, ladies and gents, I'm calling it done. The Goddess Sword. From The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword. Needs to be said like they did in Way as well. Craft world, coffee time, excellence. Is that good enough? I haven't watched Wayne's World for a while, so forgive me if I get the tune a little bit wrong. Okay, we're done. You've been doing good. Busy making a map for a game. Oh, cool. And watching you make a sword. And soon Athena. Nice. You got the reference. It was slightly lost on me, but I do have massive poo brain this week. I am exceptionally tired. But there we go, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we could flash up some of the highlights a little bit. Literally, it would just be a case of super highlights. Oh, I might have to do this now. Just in a few places. Bear with me. What map are you making, Falset? It's a map for an indie game that's currently in development. Oh, sweet. Nice. Has said game got a name, or are you not allowed to mention it? NDAs and such. Yeah, I think we're just going to chuck in a few little flashy highlights and then we are totally done. Yeah, you can just see them catching in that light. That's good. Ooh, steady on. Don't mess it up now. Oh, that's look good. Yeah, they're definitely helping. Maybe I should have done these last anyway instead of doing the initial set of highlights. Whoops. Drag that one a little bit too far out. It's getting about just the right amount of paint, so you don't just kind of blob it, you can just kind of dry brush it on. Last time you were here, you're doing the shield. Oh yeah, the shield was finished a long time ago. I was planning to do more Skyward Sword props, but like since I started back to work, I've not had enough time. I got a lot of wedding prep to do. I work full time, and yeah, just all my builds have had to take a little bit of a back seat. So all the ideas that I had for lots and lots of Zelda builds happening in a short space of time. Not happening in a short space of time anymore. They're going to be much more spread out, and I'm not going to be able to do quite as much as I had intended. Unfortunately. I totally forgot why I turned the sword around. That looks good. Not to put an LED under that gem. Just kidding. I don't know if it needs to glow. Like, if it did need to glow, I think I maybe would have gone for it. Or if I had more time, I could make a resin gem. But yeah, not this time. Okay. I am now, as I add more to it, I am now, in the next 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. That's it. I'm not touching it anymore. It is done. Oh, headset, come on, plug in. I am content. Let's get, that's probably the best view that I can get for you guys, actually. In a second. Oh, come on. That's not playing ball today. Just need a bit more space on the table. There we are. Okay. So what was that? Nearly 3 hours of painting today. That's not what I intended for this session. But we're done. So we have the wooden shield. We have the goddess sword. I'm pretty happy. Like, it's nice and clean. It looks good. So later tonight, hopefully the weather's going to stay really, really nice. I've got to go to the gym at 7. I finish at 8, roughly. I've got to go run an errand, and then after that errand is run, I'm going to go find a nice place that I can photograph, get some good lighting, hopefully, and we'll take some nice pictures, and we'll get this online this evening in time for Zelda's release. I was intending to have an entirely extra prop on top of this, but I did not get to make that one. I'm just going to put a little flash of highlight up there. I've realised I missed a bit. There we go. That's it. That's done. Calling it quits. 1 Legend of Zelda Goddess Sword complete. It's cute. Thank you, Chibi. So yeah, all EVA foam, guys. We have PVC pipe for the handle, going up into a foam dowel, wooden dowel that runs all the way through the centre of the blade. 5 layers of EVA foam. So we've got, I think, a 5mm, then a 2mm on either side, and then another 5mm on each side of that. So we're quite thick. It's a bit chunky, but I think it looks good. I'm happy with that. Let's call it quits. We'll couple that up with the wooden sword. We'll take them both out this evening, get some photos, and then they're going to be listed on the Etsy store within the next week or so. So hopefully we'll get some good traction. Hopefully people are going to be looking for stuff that they can use for cosplays, for conventions that are going to be coming up in the near future, and maybe this will take someone's fancy. But with that said, I'm going to have to unplug. I'll take this off 1 second. This is what we're doing next. This is our Athena chest. This is a commission piece, a Sea of Thieves prop, and as you can see, it's pretty big. We need to work on the top part. I would like today, if we can, to try and get the kind of framework done over the top of this. Even if we get 1 layer of that done, so we can kind of frame everything, box it, that's going to give us a solid idea of what this thing is going to look like when it's done. Obviously we have a lot more work to do, but if we can get the border done, and maybe the kind of the start of the back plate. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of work. But before we start on this, I'm going to reset my workspace. I'm going to go get a coffee. So thank you very much for the coffee time redeem. I will be back in about 3 to 4 minutes time. So bear with me. Thank you for your patience in advance, and I'll be right back in a moment. Let's find something a little bit different to listen to. Welcome back. Thank you very much for your patience. Let's see what else we could... Oh, let's go into some Wind Waker now. Seeing we are going on to some Sea of Thieves. Let's go for some Sea of Thieves stuff. Skip. Oh god, we've got double play now. Silence. Loud car. Right, ladies and gents, thank you very much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the painting. Now we're going to get into some actual building. So, oh, that is not a great shot. That's just super zoomed in on the top part of the chest. So, we've got our Athena chest. Our lovely Athena. Weenie Athena. We've got a lot of work to do. Why's that the wrong size? And we don't actually need this picture anymore. So let's change our reference reel. Up. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoop up. Whoop. And delete that one. It's huge. There we go. That's what we want. So, we're going to be focusing on the top half today. So let's get rid of the bottom. We have got some additional details that we've already made up that we need to stick onto the lower part, but we'll get around to that later. It's very much like these sections here, but we want to make sure that we're getting everything in the right place before we attach them. So I think the first thing we're going to do is measure along. We're going to see how big these sections are. Forgot about my popcorn. So let's go from side to side, over the top, running about 57 centimeters, and I can give myself maybe a little bit extra. And what I'm going to do is grab a bit of paper, because this is what we didn't do last time, and it bit me in the arse. It really did. We're going to do a rough pattern on paper first. I wonder if that's long enough. Maybe just a little bit short. So what I do is grab a bit of tape and another bit of paper. Got flipping water ambience again. I really wish they would take this out of their main music playlist. It's really irritating. There we go. So, how long have we got? We've got about an hour and a half total, I think. Now, I've spent way too long. I spent double the amount of time painting the sword that I'm actually going to be able to spend on my commission build, which is awful. But at least the sword is done. That's one project I can cross off the list. Like, that's a victory right there. So, yeah, it's nice to get that done. It's out of the way. Okay, so we are refreshed. We do have coffee standing by. We've got our pens, we've got our pencils. We are ready to craft. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to bring up my reference image, nice and big on the screen. You guys have got the little ones cycling through in the top corner. I've got ones that are slightly bigger, just so I can kind of see what's going on a bit better. So, this is my front side. What I'm going to do is pin this in place. Now I know I'm just using plain A4 paper. I'm not using any like dedicated patterning paper. Like, we don't need that, I don't think. We're just going bare bones. Like, we're using stuff that you will be able to find at home, or at least very easily. So no patterning paper, just simple A4, normal printer paper stuff. And I'm just going to pin this in place around the edge of the chest. Okay, that needs to come in further. So, forgive me, let me just take those out. Just looking at the top edge of this, right, so that's where I should have started. Do I have my pencils? They might be in the other room. I've got this big China marker, so that may have to do. We're going to mark our centre line on. So if we just want to make half of this pattern, we can. And all I'm going to do first is rough out whereabouts I think things need to go. So I'll just, if we fold that there, that gives us our the edge of the chest. And that straightens out. And then I'm just going to take a measurement from this, because this needs to not line up, but it's a similar measurement. Where's my ruler? I'm not finding anything today. It's hopeless. Ah, tape. 8.5 centimeters, a little bit less. So let's go across 10. Wow, that's okay. No, that is not. That's not where we want to be, because that's not the outer edge of this chest. We're going to add on an extra 15 mil or so, at least on this outer edge here. So maybe it'd be 10 from that point. Doesn't look too bad. We can always trim this down if we need to, but as a ballpark measure, that will work. And then come down over the front, like so. We put a bit more of a curve into it. And then on this side we are going to have an extra 10 mil overlapping there. So I think that works as a basic shape. So this needs to come up first, and then back. Interesting one to come up, but we'll go with it. So I think if we were to cut this out, fabricate one piece of foam that we're going to bend over the front of here, maybe we'll tidy this up slightly first just to give us a definite line. But the plus side with foam is we can always alter later, and if we've got a bit too much, we can always take it down. It's harder to add it on. Let's lose the lid for a minute. And come down a little bit further than I need to, just to give myself that extra bit of length. And I'm also going to come up a little bit higher than I need to. Not by a long way. Just about half an inch. The sky, cheer up in the lights, let your hearts never fail. For the body shook the diamond goes a fishing for a whale. For his cheer up in the lights, let your hearts never fail. For the body shook the diamond goes a fishing for a whale. And let's make sure we get through all of those layers there. So we'll keep our paper just in case we need to make another pattern in a little while. But we're going to look at our 10mm foam. And this has already got a bit of a curve in it, so that's good. Which way do we want to be? We want to be that way. I'm gonna go there, and I need to find my big blade. There it is. Oops. So, nice big fresh blades. And let's grab our pins again. And we're just going to mark this on. Should I go there or should I go here? That's probably a better use of the foam. Hey, Eloise Sophie, how are you? I don't know why I called you Eloise Sophie. Eloise, how you doing, darling? You just finished doing Telltale 4 to find Joby online. Oh, nice. What did you think of it? I really enjoyed it. I love the music. Like, I'm so glad that they got to use a lot of the music from Pirates of the Caribbean. It's for to rock and the blankets for to tear. Every night St. Peter had to sing such a choir, dear. Really good, yeah. I think 2 and 4 are probably my favourites. I really enjoyed number 3 for its atmosphere and like the way that like the environments worked. But I think the best, kind of the ones that felt most like Tall Tales, I think are the best ones. Although they're all great experiences, but like, yeah, 2 and 4 for me I think were the strongest. But I think the most interesting environment was number 3. We've not had anything like that before. Playing there gave me a bit of a... Oh, sorry. Very interested in the cast of characters in this one, yes. Although playing gave me a bit of a headache in some eggs, so I'm going to let... No problem, Eloise. Thank you very much for popping in. Where's my knife? Oh, there it is. Ah, of course, we're back on Spotify now, so we have all the ads. Beautiful. Ow. Stabbed myself. Which way does this need to go? So we've got... Oh, it doesn't particularly matter. I'm sure I can make use of that in some way. I kind of slightly begrudge to lose that amount of foam, really, unless there's a better way that I can lay this on to pattern it. I don't think there is. That's probably less sacrificial, but let's get this one on. Yeah, Tour Tale 3 was fantastic for exploring, really giving us something new. I've seen the actual city and town in the Sea of Thieves world. Yeah, like it's really, really cool. And yeah, it's just full of lovely, lovely bits. But yeah, I think the ones that were most kind of connected with the Sea of Thieves lore were the best experiences for me. I don't know where this playlist is going. I'll go make sure it's not going to do anything that's get me DMCA'd. And that should do. Sorry, big head in the way. Let's sharpen this pencil. It's stuck. Sorry. Who are you playing with, Eloise? Oh yeah, if you're looking, don't worry. But yeah, if you are about and you feel like chatting, who were you playing with? Clappy and Linerin? I'm not familiar with Linerin, but I know of Clappy. Okay, let's get these two sections taken out, then we can actually lay them onto the prop and we can see how they're going to fit and if we're going to need to make any alterations. So if we do need to adjust anything, obviously we can take our pattern and we can have a little look and see how we can make it better. The only thing with the foam is that I've given myself a little bit extra length on either side, so as we bend around, the thickness of the foam is going to kind of reduce its length within the curve. It's tricky to kind of explain, but maybe we'll see. If I've calculated this, well, I didn't really calculate. If I've done this right, then we shouldn't have a problem. If I've done it wrong, we may. Linnarian is from Clappy's community. She's very nice. Cool. Man, I need to get back into watching streams a bit more. Like, I've just been super busy. Hardly any downtime. Whoops. One section, just rough cut. 2 sections. But yeah, we'll try this these 2 out first, and we'll see if they work. If they do, then we'll just replicate 2 more, and then we'll get them attached. We will need to do a band that's going to go around the kind of side of the chest, and that's going to become the edging, like the outer edging of these pieces. I think scale-wise they should be fine, and I've hopefully fabricated my curve properly, so we aren't just putting a flat bit of foam on. You can see it's got some shape to it, so hopefully that's going to help when it comes to laying it on. When we did the last bits of banding, we used straight bits of foam, and we had to do a big S-curve through them, and it was quite difficult. I'm not going to lie, it took us a long time to do it, but it's because I didn't pattern properly. Like, I thought, yeah, I could do this with a straight bit of foam, and it just caused a lot more problems for me. So using that extra little bit of silicone, sorry, it's not silicone, foam. I've been back at the day job, so silicone on the brain. Using that little extra bit of foam, taking that extra little bit of time to draw a pattern, it's going to save you time. So yeah, if you've got the choice, just do it. Trying to work it out in your brain is it's not the best way to go. Right, so those parts are going to join together like so, and if I can pick up the thing I want to pick up, let's have a little look. Oh, hit my light. Okay, we've got miles of length. Cool. And that's going to fit that edge really nicely, I think. Yeah, so we can lose a bit of length here. So I gave myself extra, about 1 centimetre on each side. I think we can easily lose that amount. But I'm going to take a look at my reference image just to get a top view. So you may see the top view cycling around in the top left of the screen. But I need to just see it. Oh, okay, I've done these completely the wrong shape. These need to come to a point. So I'll take off a little slither, and that comes to a point, like so. So I'm just going to take that away a second. We'll cut that out of one, and then we'll do the same to the next one. And I'm going to put a slight bevel into that one. So what I've done there is just cut a slight angle in, so it's not a 90-degree cut anymore. It's got a slight angle to it, so when we stick it together, that's instantly going to give us an easier curve. So I'll do the same to this one now. Once we remove this one here. And the souls who came before, those poor forgotten. Actually, let's do that the other way, because I need to link those two sides together, and I just drew them on the same side, so one there, and there's also a little bit to remove there. So again, we're going to cut in that gentle bevel, nice and carefully, come up a bit, and then come in to the centre. Do you know what? I might have just done a stupid thing. Oh, I did do a stupid thing. Feck. So we're going to have to make 2 more of those, and then not make the mistake that I've just done. I cut the bevel on the same side. Poopy. It's fine. It's not a big issue. It's just me being stupid. So what I did was cut exactly the same shape. Even though I turned it around, I thought I was doing the right one. I didn't double check before I cut. Measure twice, cut once. Luckily we need to make another one of these, so it's not a waste. We still need to make exactly what we've got here, but make sure that we cut the bevel the correct way, so when we stick these together they attach like that, but that way round. At the moment I've just cancelled out the bevels that I've done, so I've created a flat. I want to put these together to create about a 35-degree angle. It's not extreme, it's just a gentle little curve, but that's what we needed to do, not that. I need some of this, that's what it is. We've been going for a while, like 3.5 hours now. It's alright, it's all good. We'll recover. We got plenty of foam. I'm looking forward to not being at work for the next 2 days. I'm not looking forward to all the jobs that I have to do. But I'm just looking forward to not having to deal with legs for a couple of days. If you're confused by that statement, I make legs for a job. I make prosthetics. And yeah, there's been one job that's been going for about 2 weeks, and it's been hell. And I finished it yesterday, and my energy levels just went through the floor. Like, I was done, and I'm still done now, but I'm persevering. I've got to go to the gym. I've got to eat some food. I've got to take some photos, and then I've got to do some digital painting tonight. And then I'll sleep. And then I'll wake up, and then I'll travel some more this weekend, and I'll do some more digital painting while I'm travelling. And I'll sleep tonight. And then tomorrow I'll come back, hopefully by about lunchtime. Maybe have a little bit of time outside. Maybe do a bit of digital painting. And then I'll sleep again, and then I'm back to work. So yeah, it's hell. I don't miss working. I've been on furlough for a long time, so like practically all of last year and most of this year, like up until the start of June, I was furloughed, so I've not worked a lot this year. But I'm exhausted. Like, being back at work is tiring. But yeah, I'm really tired. I just don't have time for everything anymore, and it's disappointing. I miss last year where I was doing this kind of stuff, like eat every week. all year, like practically all year. I went from like March to September, I think. So it was a good 6 months, and I was very productive. It was great fun. But now it's like I work 7 till 5, and now I get home and I'm just tired. No energy for makers, but yeah, I'm doing what I can. But it's good fun. You've got to do your hobbies right. You can't just do work and then just leave everything else. You've got to do the things you enjoy. So I'm glad I can still do it. Just about. Oh. It's good coffee. Thank you for the redeem. I forget who redeemed it, but thank you. Oh, it was you, Falset. Thank you very much. Love Vamps. How are you doing? You caught me on coffee break. Just taking a few minutes to not do anything. What's life without hobbies? It's boring as heck. That's what it is. Ah. I'm not ready for the gym tonight. It's deadlift night. And on Wednesday I hurt my hand. You probably can't see it. Maybe you can. This thumb is wrong right now. It's puffy and a bit big. What's that? Barbell press. It looks wrong. Yeah, I think I've done something. But I got up to the top of the lift and I was getting to the end of the set and I was fatiguing, and 20 kilogram dumbbells, and they started to tip. Like my wrist just started to go, and I tried catching it, but as I did so, I think I just kind of twinged something, and then that hurt, and yeah, now it's a bit puffy. We'll see how I do tonight. Hopefully I can just go in there, but like, oh yeah, that's bad. Don't do anything. Come back next week, and I'll just go home and I'll sit for an hour. That would be nice. I'll sit for a whole hour and I won't do anything. I'll just sit and I'll breathe and I'll exist. But yeah, we'll see. But how you doing, Love Vamps? I hope you're good. We're making an Athena chest today. Let's get back. Oh, has that been the wrong size all the time? No, it can't have been. I just haven't been on the screen, have I? So yeah, we're making an Athena chest from Sea of Thieves. And at the moment we're patterning out the pieces that are gonna go across the top of the chest. So I made one set so I could try out and put it over the top of the whole thing, and I've done the bevel on the same angle twice. So those ones match each other, but they don't fit together. So I've got to make 2 more and then make them opposite. So yeah, that was a bit stupid of me. But on the plus side, it's Zelda Day today. Skyward Sword is out, so I'm very happy. All my nerdy stuff has arrived. Wow, a whole hour. Don't get too relaxed. Man, I would literally kill for like more hours in the day right now. I need as many hours as I can get. I am like, there's no way. I feel like there's no way I can get all the jobs that I need to do done. It's like, why couldn't I have stopped furlough like next month, like end of August? Let me get my wedding out of the way, let me get all the preparation done, and then bring me back. I am exhausted. Like, I know I say it a lot, but legitimately exhausted. And I do need to slow down my pace, but at the moment I can't. There's a bit too much being juggled about, and many things that I've left for a long period of time, and I need to get them done. I mean, this isn't all too pressing. Like, what, it will get done, and my customer is not giving me a deadline, and they know I've got like other stuff on, so I'm very grateful for their understanding. If they were pushing for it, Like I would definitely have, like if they gave me a deadline initially, I think I would have dedicated more time quicker. But like, I don't want to rush something. Like if I rush things, mistakes get made. Like it's not going to be as good. So I would rather take the time, get things right, make things look good, give them the best product that I possibly can. But I'm fully expecting to have like construction done for this pretty much the end of this month, and then have painting done within 1 or 2 sessions. Like it's not going to be too bad. So I think early August. It's kind of realistic for getting this finished. There we go. You had physio, so doing a bit. I need to go to my osteopath. In fact, I'm going to do that this payday. My back is in terrible shape. Like, I've been going to the gym a lot, which is doing me good. I'm building the muscle, I'm building the strength. But because of the work that I do, and because of the hobbies and stuff and the weird setup that I have, like I don't have a desk for my hobbies. This is a bedroom dresser with a bit of wood on it. And before, like a few months ago, I didn't even have the bit of wood. So like this has got an overhang now of a couple of centimeters. It's probably just about 10 centimeters overhang. So like I can bring myself in, and I'm a little bit like underneath the table. I use a little fold-out chair which has like no back support. This is where I'm resting in the chair. So ideally I need a better chair. But I'm constantly just kind of hunched over. It's bad. It's really bad. And then at work I make prosthetics, and we use big vices, and we kind of have to twist and kind of move ourselves about our jobs to get to all the angles. So my back is in dire need of like a deep tissue massage. I need to be cracked out. I need to be stretched. Like it's bad. Like my one shoulder blade on this side, it's so tight. So I think tonight, maybe when I get back from doing, oh man, I was just imagining when I get back from going to the gym, they tell me I have to go home. Like maybe I'll have like a bath and I'll soak myself and try and get sorted out. But yeah, my back is not in good shape. It never is, but like since I've been back to work, it's been 100% worse. But yeah, it's bad. I feel your pain. I'm currently set up on my kitchen counter, no desk, got space for one. It's tough. It's tough, but like I have very little choice. At the moment, I live in a flat. We have the bedroom, we have the lounge and the kitchen. That's it. Like obviously we have the bathroom, and we have a spare toilet for some reason. We have a 1-bedroom flat and we have 2 toilets, but that is basically storage, so that doesn't matter. But yeah, we have quite a small flat. That is currently a work from home office in the other room. So the main table is set up with a laptop and monitor constantly. So that's where I used to do my makers streams. But at the moment, my wife's working from home. And then that's all we've got. So like I'm restricted to this, and pretty much through all of the first lockdown, this is what I had. And it's better now than it used to be. Oh, camera's being funky. 1 second. Bear with me. There we go. It's just doing the autofocus thing, which really irritates me. But yeah, like this is a better setup now than it was, and very thankfully, like my little tiny community, it's got some amazingly generous members, and you guys have helped me get a new laptop for streaming, because initially I was doing all of this through my phone and it wasn't very glamorous at all. It kind of got the idea across, and I was able to kind of do my thing in not a very graceful way, but I was able to do it. And then I got my sister's old laptop, which is about a decade old, which was very slow and it didn't cope very well, but it did the basics. And then, yeah, with the generosity of you guys, I've been able to get this new laptop sorted out. So this deals with all the fancy streaming and all the cameras I could possibly want. We've got lighting, and we've got a lovely big, like a 90 centimeter cutting mat, which is huge. Well, huge compared to what I'm used to. And then we've got a workspace which is about 120 centimeters across, which is ample. It's enough for what I need at the moment. But eventually, when we get a house, we'll have a garage or a shed, or I'll have one put in, or I'll have a separate room where I can kind of have game room / art room. Guests can stay in the lounge. Who cares? I want my crafting space. I've waited a long time for it. But yeah, house is a little way off yet. We need a couple £100,000. Get the wedding out of the way first, then house. Okay, there are our two sections. So, what we need to do, copy this, and then cut this to the opposite angle. So we're going to go in very shallow bevel, and those are going to go together like that. Beautiful. That's what we wanted. First time around, that's what we wanted. Luckily you have a dedicated space for your hobby and work. Yeah, sadly I don't have that. So every time I set up, I mean, the workspace pretty much stays here, so like the board is in place, the cutting mat is in place, and the camera struts and stuff, and it's kind of in the way, but like we make do. And when my wife goes back to work fully, like I'll be able to move stuff back into the other room, and that'll be better. But like literally all my supplies and stuff, if I get it out, like the bed behind me is just covered in foam, it's covered in crafting items. Every time I finish, I need to put that all away and tidy up, because otherwise it's everywhere. Are we getting some big frame drops right now? Looks like we are. Is everything okay? Literally, drop frames are going through the roof right now. There we go. Stable. Apologies if we had lots of drop frames there, guys. Not quite sure what happened there. Oh, my back. I've lost my train of thought now. Let's finish coffee before it goes completely cold. I need to stretch in a minute. How are we doing? 5:45. Okay. Much needed. Okay, so let's copy this one. You've got enough points for another 2 cups. Would you like another? I'm good for now. I need to keep working through, I think, but I appreciate them. Let's save them for another evening. Plus, I've had probably too many coffees today already. Shall I count them up? Oh, my back. Right. One when I got to work. Second one when I went downstairs. Third one when I came back up. Iced coffee. And that one. I've had 5. I've had 5. That's since 7 AM. I think that's plentiful. Okay. So, now we've got those bits cut out, and we've got all of them now, which is lovely, because we didn't have that before. We cut one set out, and we're going to test it, remember? We're going to test what it looked like when we had them all in place. So let's hope they all fit now, because I've actually cut them all out. That'd be a big waste of foam if not, but I'm fairly confident we should be good. Let's grab our chest. Oh no, we don't want the bottom of the chest, do we? We want the lid. Oh my goodness. I feel so old. Maybe just dehydrated. That's probably half of the problem. I do not drink enough water. Not by a long way. Let's swing over to wide shot. So, that one is going to go there. This one is going to go there. And then we've got a little bit of room that we can chop off at the bottom, so that works. So I think I will attach these 2 elements together here, and then we'll pin it into place. Then we'll draw our line on to say where we can glue to, and then we will have to chop off a little bit of this at the bottom, but we gave ourselves extra so it was there. If we were short, then we'd have to patch in a little bit of foam. It's a bit more hassle. So let's stick these 2 elements together, actually 4 elements together. Sing with the battles fought ashore, we all shall thrive on fame and glory when we sail together. They have been spoken, ancient creatures have awoken still, until the bond is broken, we shall sail together. My voice is wrecked at the moment. Again, another symptom of not drinking enough water. Maybe I should make that a target next week. For like every cup of coffee I drink, I need to like drink a big bottle of water. definitely don't drink enough. Like, most days, like 90% of my intake is coffee. Water in coffee. Hi folks, how are you all doing? Hey Luke Roberts, how are you? We're good. We're tired, we're achy, but we're pushing through. We're still going. I'm very crunchy. I do think it's water. I need to drink more. Oh, don't tempt me, McDonald's. Can't deal with it. How's your week been, Luke? Yeah, and I'm just gonna. I might try and click my spine out a second. So, if you hear this, I apologise. If you don't want to hear it, mute up. Oh my god, that was a good one. Ooh. Busy. You glad it's Friday? Yeah, me too. Yeah, I know, like, I'm glad I'm not in work for the next 2 days, but I know I don't have a quiet weekend ahead. Yeah, I'm running on empty right now. But we're still going. We're pushing through. We're getting stuff done. Dark relics are literally built. There's like little tiny touches to do on 3 of them. Yeah, 3, but like literally it'll be 15 minutes on each one, if that. So we're going to have those built definitely by the end of next week, and then we can start painting. I just finished the Zelda prop, so we're going to go out this evening. We're going to take photos. It's a lovely evening out, and it's Zelda Day today. Skyward Sword has just been released in HD, so I'm very pleased and excited about that. So we're going to go take some cool Zelda photos. Just got to go find somewhere pretty to lay the props and get some good shots. And then yeah, we're back on the Athena chest. We didn't get to do any last week. I was again exhausted, and I thought I'd just take the afternoon to go and relax. I had a hell of a week, so I thought, yeah, I'll go into town, I'll get myself a coffee, I'll have a nice relax. Got into town. I didn't take like a bag with me or anything. I just took my bank card, my keys, and my phone, and a headphones. And I just thought, right, take that. We're going to town, have a little chill for a couple of hours. I picked up my coffee, walked to the gardens, had my coffee, walked back home. And then later on that evening, realised I couldn't find my bank card. And I'd lost it. Like the one day, I never go anywhere like without my whole wallet. And the one day I go out and I've just taken one card with me, I lost it. So that was like the shit cherry on top of the shit ice cream sundae that was last week. But never mind. We move on, we get new bank cards. We buy more coffees on different days. Life is good. But yeah, how's your weekend looking, Luke? Let's just pin this in place as we go down. Fairly quiet, actually. Might be nice. Cool. Well, I'm out of my town tomorrow, which is a shame because it's going to be beautiful, but that means it's going to be busy. So yeah, I assume... What's the date? It's going to be the 17th and 18th. Like one day before lockdown restrictions are properly up, I'm sure people are just going to be ignoring those rules and they're all going to come down to my town and stink the place up. So yeah, I'm getting out of town for Saturday, but I'm back on Sunday, so hopefully it'll be quieter and I'll get to enjoy the beach a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Nice. Nice. So obviously this is just the initial layer. We need to actually build up on this and make it chunkier on top. There you go, you get a good view. You can see it kind of, it needs to be higher up here, so we're going to add on extra layers later, so don't worry about that right now. But that does work, so let's draw on this line. So I'm just going in there with my ceramic pencil, and I'm just drawing on a mark for where I can glue to. But yeah, I'm glad kind of restrictions are ending. I'm obviously very skeptical. I don't appreciate the terminology the government is using to promote this change. I think it's ridiculous and should not be referred to as such. If you're not familiar with what the UK government is calling the day when COVID restrictions end, if you're not familiar with what that is, they are calling it Freedom Day. And I think that's a stupid idea. Because we are already very free. And yeah, to try and kind of monopolise on making it seem like a very good thing that the government is doing, they're using this terminology which I feel is quite dangerous, to be fair. But let's try and not get political. I'll say let's, as in let us. It's me being political. So I won't get political. Unless you lot want to get political, then let's go for it. Yeah, we have a Freedom Day in South Africa that has a little more meaning than that. Yeah. So on behalf of the sane part of the people of Britain, I apologise for my government's lack of foresight, consideration, and generally just being shitting arseholes when it comes to anything, because it's embarrassing, and I'm often quite sad that I'm British. It's embarrassing. It's really bad. Like, it doesn't... You are free already. Being free of COVID restrictions, and I said free, which is bad. Not having any COVID restrictions. Like, you are free already. Like, you're not oppressed. Like, that's what they're making all the restrictions seem like. It's oppression. And it's not oppression. And really, it's just giving the people who are like the ones who never dealt with the rules properly or never wear their masks. They're like, yeah, this is victory. This is success over oppression. And it's fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm swearing a lot. I'm going to keep wearing a mask because I like looking like a ninja. It's great. And I like being anonymous. It's the government and not the people that's from it. It's lots of people as well, because lots of people voted this government in. I'm not one of them. And if you are one of them, I don't hold it against anyone for your political views, but bloody think about who you're voting for next time. Oh, I don't want to get political. No, it always happens, and I get really angry. Not going to do it today. Right, let's get this glue on. Yeah, I will continue to wear a mask. I am a strong supporter that masks should become more permanent. Like, if you are ill, like, look at Eastern countries, Japan, China, South Korea. If they are ill, they wear a mask out of courtesy to others, so they do not spread their germs around to other people. In Britain, we like to think that we are very courteous and thoughtful, but the moment something comes into like change what we are, what we've established as the norm, like, that's a bad thing. Yeah, yeah. So, but like it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen here because we are entirely ignorant and stuck up our own asses. So yeah, that's what I would like to happen. And maybe things will evolve over time, and we'll look at other countries, or maybe we'll be invaded and someone else will take over, and then we won't have to deal with our stupid ass government, and we'll actually be oppressed into doing particular things. I don't know. God, so loud. Sorry about that. Went to Japan, and it is normal there. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, people in England do not consider that. They have their very small-minded, very kind of one path focus, and if it's not what they're used to, they don't want to do it because we're the worst. Granted, there are some good things about Britain and some good things about some of its people, but for the most part, our history is terrible. Our modern day interactions with the rest of the world are not much better. We are completely ignorant when it comes to learning other languages. We expect everybody to speak English. Yeah, we're the worst. Yay, Britain! Anyway, not getting political. But yeah, just for anyone who is like outside of Britain and thinks that we are like stupid and ridiculous, and the choices that have been made in recent years are just as idiotic, you are correct. But there are many of us who don't agree with said decisions. Right, let's just get a nice good seam along this thing. Stand and turn the old metal, the way to find a stash of buried gold. So Bill set out to find himself a crew, but everyone else replied, "I'll never sail with you." Till at last he plied a man with ale to lend him his craft, a rickety raft, and Bill set sail. Could be way worse. So let's talk about the Cheshire with it. Fawcett does not appreciate the political chats. It could be worse. It could be way worse, but it could be way better. And there are many people who are too stuck in their ways to make those changes happen. And I don't feel I'm one of those people. I don't hold people's political ideologies against them at all. And I will attempt to see the reason in most. But yeah, there are some things you shouldn't get a pass on. Well, I know English, Dutch, and can order food in Japanese. It's a lot more than me. Like, I know little tiny bits, and maybe it's enough to like start a conversation or get by if I go somewhere. I will buy a phrase book, and I will do my best to like study it on the flights and like get a little bit of knowledge beforehand, so at least like basic courtesies like I can cover. So like hello, good evenings, pleases, thank yous, like simple stuff. And it's like that makes a big difference. It's just when English people go to a restaurant abroad and they're like, I would like this one, and it's just like complete arrogance. And it's like, if I talk slow enough, they'll understand what I'm saying. But anyway, but yeah, I would actively try and make an effort. And granted, like, when I was a kid, I didn't care too much about learning other languages, and I wish I did. I love Japan so much, I want to go again. When this is all over. I'd love to go to Japan. Yeah. I would really love to go to Japan. Slower and louder equals you will understand me. Yeah, exactly. Some Americans are the same. Yeah. Yeah, no question. No one is debating that Americans need to get in the bin more than the British do. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love that guy's voice. It's so good. It cracks me up every time I hear it. Hang on, I gotta go back. On the night they managed to get to me. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love it. This is like the best thing about this song. This is the best thing. On the night they gave it to me. There's one pirate as well. When we were playing Tall Tale number 3 from A Pirate's Life. There's one pirate's voice, and I heard it the most when I was going around on the rowboat. And you just hear him, and his voice is like all over the place, but it's hilarious. And it's just like, imagine if there was a pirate that's all like that. You wouldn't be intimidated at all. I was like, I have to make that my average Sea of Thieves pirate voice. Anyway, how are we all doing, chat? What's going on? What do you think of this so far? Is it shaping up all right? It's definitely shaping up. Like, that's the main thing. But yeah, I think I'd like to go to Japan. Like, I definitely would. I'd love to take cosplay with me. Like, I know Japanese hold cosplaying quite high regard, and they can be quite particular as well. But I'd like to go there and like give them a bit of Western flavour cosplay. But that would be fun. If I could take something with me, I would. But I want to go to Nintendo Store. Like, that's the main reason I'd like to go, and maybe go to Universal Studios. Thank you, Love Lamps. Sorry, not Love Lamp. I love Lamp. I love Lamp. I love Vamp. Thank you. We were in Tokyo for Halloween. It was nuts. Oh, that'd be amazing. That would be cool. I'd like to go to Disney World as well at Halloween. We went at Christmas last time. Well, just before Christmas. But yeah, I'd love to go. Love to go to Disney at Halloween, because I think they actually let you wear costumes. But yeah, I definitely need to go. I want to go to Florida next year. We were meant to go last year, and then everything happened. Winding her sails unfurled and shining as we cross the sea, across the sea for home. My voice. Our voices. A song. No, I'm not cut out for it today. It's really rough. It's probably because I'm smoking, to be fair. I'm not smoking a lot, but I'm smoking like one a day, and it's not good. It's just a little bit stressful at work, and it's nice to have that little release. It's not a habit. It's just a slight want at the moment. It's not a need. Do you mind me asking how much the total trip was? Okay. It's very warm in here today, so this glue is setting really quickly. Let's just put that down there for a second. Take out the spreadsheet. My goodness. Holidays sound a lot of fun with you. What's on the itinerary for today? Breakfast at... Oh, wake up at 7. Brush teeth at 7:05. I tease. You are... I know. I'm not organised in the slightest, so yeah, any form of mild organisation is just beyond my means of comprehension. I say that quite regularly, and nobody gets it. They're like, no, nobody gets. Where is it from? I've heard it somewhere. Like I heard it somewhere, and then I was like, that is funny. I'm definitely using that, and then like nobody gets it. Like. Yeah. That looks good. That looks good. I'm going to skip this one. It's not my favourite shanty. I'll get my hair chopped off next week. Seeming that we're going to be out of lockdown, and this is pretty much lockdown hair, I've had one haircut since everything started. So I'm chopping it all off next week. It's all going. If you're not familiar with how long it is, it's been... I just look like I don't know. I look like episode 2 Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's not a good look. But yeah, I'm going to chop it all off. Go back to like having like a skin fade at the back. But yeah, it's there's a lot going on, but I can't wait to chop it off. I'm kind of fed up with it now. Man, this is starting to put on weight. It's getting chunky. How frightening need would be. He could skin your chest right through your vest, one cutlass off your knee. He plowed a ship through stormy seas no other pirate dared. He tamed all the lovers' loot, no treasure chest was spared. Rock nails, black heart to the core. Rock nails. Provocateur. You're getting your head chopped off next. Like that would work too. At least I wouldn't have to go to work anymore. I don't know how helpful the info I have is. We stayed in vastly different places. Okay. That's nice. That's a good curve. That's a nice curve. Yeah. Let's we can chop off the excess in a little bit. We're not going to do it just now. But it's good to know that fits. I definitely need to do some filling and sanding around there. It's a little bit messy. But what we can do, I think, and it may be one of the last things we do today, because, oh yeah, I've got to go to the gym in like 20 minutes. So maybe, I don't know, this might be all we've managed to do today. I need to do a strip. We'll probably do it in 2 strips, and we're going to come down here. We need to figure out how wide that is. I'll let you guys talk about Japan, and I'll look at my reference images. Where is it? Up, up, up. Nick, what would you like me to say as Obi-Wan Kenobi? And would you like young Obi-Wan Kenobi? Or would you like old Obi-Wan Kenobi? There's not a lot of difference, but I can do one or the other. Hello there. General Kenobi, you are the bold one. Okay, so we got a little dippy-doo that goes down there. So we're going to come to... Let's just mark this little doodad on. And then we're going to come down to about here. And then we're going to come up. And then we're going to come around. And then I will probably... So that needs to come in a lot sharper, so maybe I need to heat that. We're going to build out here and have that coming back flatter. And we're going to come up to a peak. That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to slice off about 5 mil-ish, maybe 7 mil each side. I'll probably have to pattern this in paper just to make sure I'm going in the right direction. Oh, hang on. Maybe I won't. Hang on. I only need to get one side right, and then I can... Yeah. Maybe I'm not ready to do that section yet. I think I could be right in thinking that. I think what I need to do next is build up this section here and then carve it down. Bear with me 1 second. Let me just crack into this. What did I think of the finale to Loki? I enjoyed it. I won't go into deep discussion or spoilers. I'm looking forward to kind of what is coming next. I get some complaints that people have with it, but I appreciated it for what it was. I think it worked. Right, what I am going to do... I think... Let's see. That's probably a bit short for what I need. Can we need it to cover? I think I might need to break into a new bit of foam. You should do a spoiler podcast or Twitch stream. I don't know how in demand that would be. Because like people always watch stuff at different times, so like obviously yeah, kind of doing it live is one thing. It's nice to have that interaction. That's kind of the main reason I stream and I don't do YouTube stuff. But yeah, like having the instant interaction, and for doing reactions and stuff or kind of spoiler reviews, you need to kind of do it there and then. I can't really do that because lots of people wouldn't have seen it, so there's not going to be that level of interaction. If you get what I mean. Sorry about the ambience. How are we doing for time? 22 minutes past. Right, I'm going to do like one extra bit and stick it on and hopefully do a bit of carving. And then that may be where we have to leave stuff for today. But what we'll do is come, I think, to there, and there. There. Let's get rid of the ambience. Up, up. And skip. And skip. And skip. And skip. That will have to do. So, we'll just do the same shape over this side. Come down a couple of inches into there. Hopefully that's enough. It might be a little bit short of what I need. We'll try it. If we need to add more, I think we can just do it in addition after. Shouldn't matter too much. That should work. Let's get this attached, and then I'm just going to do a quick bit of carving just to show you kind of what the next stage of this is. But then I am going to need to wrap up because I need to get ready to go to the gym. But we have improved. We've definitely added more features, which is good, and they fit really nicely. Like the curves, I'm really happy with. That initial shape is good. We're just going to have to start bulking now, and I think we're going to need even more than what I'm cutting off here. So I wonder if I do need to do carving just yet. I think we're going to need to build this up by like another, potentially 5 mil. Let's get that one. Draw a little line on so I know where I'm gluing to. And so essentially, this is what we're going to do to every piece, almost, of framework. We're going to have to create a pattern piece to go on top of what we built, stick another layer on top, and then we're going to carve back. And I'll demonstrate very quickly what we're going to do, and then I will have to wrap for the day. Let's. Oh no, I didn't need to close that yet. I need it. God damn. I think podcasts are just hard to do if you stick to a regular schedule. Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever have enough to say to talk about each week. Oops. Doing a bad job with that. Frick. God, what's going on with this glue today? Or if you don't stick to a regular schedule. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's a format that I would be able to make use of. Unfortunately. Or on my back. Okay. So we'll just get this to dry. We'll stick that on top. And then we're just going to whittle down some of the edges just to see if it kind of takes us to where we need to go. We may need to add on more, so we don't want to whittle too much because then that's going to give us a weird layer to stick the next layer on top of. Let's see. So, where's my one with the measures? Ah, there we are. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, really? Oh, I suppose that is that section. It's not quite the same. 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to have to put at least one more layer on top of this. This Skyward Sword on Switch out today. It is indeed. Mine has arrived along with my 2 pairs of Joy-Con and my amiibo and my t-shirt and my keyring and steelbook. Yes, I bought 2 pairs of Joy-Con. Keeping one for best in the collection and then one for mild use every now and again. To give that a bit more time. I laid that glue on quite thick. It's yeah, it came out really gloopy. I don't know why. Damn, you went for that. Yeah, I did. It's only because I pre-ordered a set with Argos. When did I do it? Like 2 months ago, and they take payment straight away, which I didn't realise. So I essentially paid for the first set of Joy-Cons like straight away. So I was like, okay, well I was expecting to do that on the day of release. So if I just pre-order another one, make sure I've definitely got a pair, then I'll be able to get another one nearer the day. I should be able to afford that, and I did just about. Although I'm poor for the rest of the month. Although saying that, I just had a Twitch payout, which is lovely. So thank you, lovely people, for your support. That's going to help me through the end of the month, which I very much appreciate. Probably to prevent people cancelling their pre-orders. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so what we're doing with this, essentially, we're building up bulk, and the next stage of this is essentially going to be removing chunks of foam. I need a better blade. Let's go for an edging blade. We're back to the ambience again. Take the ambience tracks out of your main playlist, Sea of Thieves. So I can start to get the initial shape. I need to bend this blade. So these edging blades, you can actually put a bit of a curve into them. So rather than trying to cut with a flat blade, you can just get a slight little angle and it gets nice little thin sections off. bit by bit. I'm not going to take any off this side yet. Sorry if this is a bad angle. I'm just getting a load of my side. Bending blades sound scary. How far do you go before you go too far? It's just a really gentle little curve. Like, you don't need to do a lot. I have snapped one of these before, but you can kind of feel when you're going too far. Yeah, a minor bend is fine. And then put it back the other way, just so we get a bit of the sharp edge on the other side. As a basic idea, that's what we're going to be doing. So you can see we're kind of scooping that out. Obviously we've got a lot to do, and this is going to have to happen on every single section pretty much of the framework. And of course I should refer to my reference very often to make sure I'm doing this in the right direction. But I think we're going to have to do another layer of build up here to get that to its very peak. And then this section actually here is going to be blended down quite a long way. I think we can take a little bit off here. How am I doing for time? 36 minutes past. Yeah, I need to stop. He says, and he carries on. I need to stop. Right. Tools down. Ladies and gents, we've done 4.5 hours. We've completed the Goddess Sword from the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. We're going to take it out this evening and we're going to get some photos because the weather is lovely. We have continued our Athena chest build, adding the outer framework to the lid. We still need to do this edge here, and then that's the basic framework done. We then need to go into each bit of basic framework and start building up excess. Building up on top, we're going to go up another 10 mil here. So, yeah, add an extra centimetre on top of that, and then we're going to blend all that up to a point. And then, yeah, it's going to be a lot of sanding, it's going to be a lot of shaping, going to be a lot of carving. We're going to get through a lot of blades. But as soon as we get the basic framework in place, it's going to start kind of looking like it should. Let's give you a quick view with lid and base together. Oh, it's chunky. It doesn't even fit on screen. There we go, just about. It's very tall. Oh, I know why it's so tall. It's because it's got these extra bits here, so I need to slice those off. But yeah, we'll do that another time. That's fine. But yeah, that's just going to drop down by a centimetre. There we go. But yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Bit by bit, we are progressing. We are making changes. These bits are going to be sliced off next. Put the side edging on. Build up on top, on the sides. On these sections here, we need to do the same. These are only going to come out by an extra maybe 5 to 10 mil. Not a lot, only one layer. And then those are going to be whittled back as well. And then we're going to have to do a lot of sanding. Like every single build up edge on this is going to require a lot to kind of get it nice and smooth and where we need it to be. But I'm confident we are making progress. Just bit by bit, we are getting there. But ladies and gents, I do need to depart, so let's find someone. If we know someone who you want to raid, please put them forwards now. Let me switch over to here. Let's have a little look. Who should we go for? Studio Johnny Q is online. I think we might go for Studio Johnny Q. Today, anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to see what they say about my thumb. Maybe I can just come back home. Or maybe they'll make me do something else. Studio. Johnny is at 2 ends. Q. Yes, I got it right. And here we go. Ta-da! Ladies and gents, thank you very much for your time. I very much appreciate it. I will be back again at some point soon, most likely Sunday night for Sea of Thieves. We will be back again next week for some makers and crafting, so please do join us again then, where I'll probably have a fresh new haircut. But yeah, so let's plan the week out. I don't know if I'm going to do evening streams, just because I have a lot of other work that I need to get done at the moment, and unfortunately makers and crafting is falling into last place with everything that needs to go on. We've got full-time work, we've got wedding planning stuff, which is like second only to full-time work at the moment. We've got the Dark Relics that we do want to carry on with, but we will get to those eventually. This is solid third place, so if I don't manage any other streams during the week, we will be back on Friday to continue this lovely big theatre. Look how big it is. It's ridiculous. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? I don't know why. It's fun. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follows. I'm sure I had a sub in there somewhere, so thank you very much for the sub. Falset, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Take care, guys. It's just a raid and run from me here, so yeah, I'm not gonna stick around, but take care. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.